Oh, welcome to the really warm part of August now, I think. We always have this repeat. It was just so pleasant when we had that little reprieve. I know. And have you guys, do you guys do this where you think of someone and then that very same day they call you or you run into them? That happens to me a lot where I haven't even seen or heard from them in years and they're on my mind and then they call. I think that there's we're so much more intelligent than we give ourselves credit for on just lots of different levels. The other day I was going out to the car and a little voice told me, you should go back in the house. And I came in, I looked around, I'm like, what is it I'm supposed to see? Well, then I noticed that the back door was wide open. It's like, oh, okay, thanks. I'm glad I paid attention. So give yourselves a little leeway when you hear those voices or feel things that you don't think you should be feeling. You should pay attention. So please close your eyes. And turning to your breath, I'm just going to have you take a few breaths just with a count. So you're controlling your breath when you do this, but don't force it. So as you inhale, count to 8. So inhale 8 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 8 count, not really seconds. Hold it out for 4, and then repeat. So inhale 8, hold 4, exhale 8, hold 4. Just do a couple rounds like that. And after your next exhale, just go back to a regular breath. And really pay attention to your physical body. A lot of times it tells us things that we try to ignore as well. So just take a moment to listen to your body. And please bring hands to heart center. May we all learn to really pay attention when we feel, when we hear, when our body talks to us. Use all those intelligences that we have that we don't normally pay attention to. Or maybe you do. I hope you do. Because we're much more likely to be in the present and to notice the grace that's always there, supporting us and helping us. Please lower your hands, open your eyes. We're just going to start with a little twist to the right. Few breaths. And then twisting to the left. And then facing your right knee, bring your hands on either side. And stretch out over that right knee and sink your belly stretch in there. Switch to the left knee. And then coming up, stretch forward, hip creases back. And come on up and switch the shin that you have in front. It's going to feel weird. We'll do that again. So stretch out over your right knee. Why is it that we always do things the same way, right? And switch to the other side. And stretching forward. And then coming up, just step your hands back, bring your knees up. Actually, grab a block. I'm going to try this. Put that in front of your left foot, and you're going to just bring the left leg to the side of it. And then you're going to lean back so that you keep your spine nice and long. Flex your left foot, activate. We're going to try and get into the hip flexor muscle. So activate the leg and then just lift it up and over to the other side of the block and then just keep going. I think I'm going to use just those hip flexor muscles. You'll feel it. Keeping your spine long. You can try it on the higher height if that's better. Ooh, getting fatigued. Mine is. I've been doing this all week, so it's like, keep your heart lifted. Two more. Good. And then pause and we'll switch sides. So bending the knee. Just lean back. Vow to keep that spine nice and long. And then flex the foot and start. I don't know, for me, this side seems way easier. I don't know why that is. Notice if start grabbing a little bit. Nine and 10. Good. Bend both knees, grab your shins, and just kind of roll back on your back. Just kind of rock side to side. And because we want to stretch those hip flexors back out, bring your feet under your knees, hands by your hips, and lift up to Setu Bandha. Thank you. That's lengthening out those muscles. You can do an opposite engagement of the hamstrings if you want. So just pull your heels isometrically back. You'll feel that. Then you can stretch those hip flexors a little more. Good. And then lower down. And you're going to roll to your right side and bring your feet in line with your hips. So you want to move the knees away from you a little bit, feet in line with your hips. Bring your hand on your hips, and you can support your head with your hand or just lay on your arm or your blanket. And you just want your hips not to move. You're going to keep the feet together and you're going to open and close. They call this a clamshell. And when you allow just the knee and leg to move, and you really get into those side hip flexor muscles. Five more. Really squeeze the feet together. Good. Relax. And then just keeping your knees on that side, just stretch your arms. So you add a little twist, you'll stretch those muscles back out a little bit. And then bring the knees up and over to the other side. We'll do it on the other side. So hand to the hip. So you just remind yourself, keep that steady. Squeeze the feet together and begin opening and closing. Three more. Good. And then just kind of open up, stretching that back out. Oh, that feels good, right? And go ahead and come on up to all fours position. And just begin in few cow cats. And move super slow so you can really listen to your whole back, low back, middle back, upper back, even neck as you rotate between the poses. And then after you've evened out, pause, extend the right leg and point and flex a couple times. And then keeping that leg extended, I want you to just feel like the hamstrings and glutes now are really what's lifting the leg. Draw your rib cage back, add the left arm. And just notice. And now bending the right knee. I don't know if this is going to work for all of you. Flexibility wise, bring that left hand back, find the foot, and kick back. You'll feel where you were really using that hip flexor. Feels a little like a cow if you kick it back. Lift the foot a little higher. Good. Now release, extend both the arm and the leg again. And release. Let's go for the other side. So left leg, point, and flex. And then just notice the hamstrings and the glutes, super supportive. The core, super supportive. Add the right arm. And bending the left knee, reaching back, perhaps finding the foot, kicking back. Good. Extend the arm and the leg again. And bring them on in. And then take a child's pose. Check in with your knees, your hips, your ankles. Stretching your arms out long. Come back up to all fours. And swivel your left foot to the side. And then lift the knee so the toes point out. And just wiggle that foot a little further away from you than it wants to be. And then just move back and forward a few times. And now pause in the middle. Now you're just going to move right and left. So straightening the leg, possibly bending into it. Feel a different area getting worked and stretched. And one more. And then just swivel the knee in, keeping the foot out. Extend your right leg and come up to a side plank variation. And just broaden, lengthen, stretch the arm by the ear, and then maybe add a right foot lift. Doesn't feel good, you don't have to. Think plank means like a board, so long through the top of your head, through your heel. One more breath. And come on in. All fours position. And we'll do that on the other side. So your hands, you want them to stay a little in front of you. Swivel your right foot, lift the knee, walk that foot out further to the side. And then just forward and back a few times. And then side to side. So to the left and right. You want your kneecap and your toe to point the same direction. So if you need to adjust, you just do that. Some people's hips are open more than others. You listen to your very intelligent body. Good. And then bring the knee down. Keep the foot swiveled out. Extend the left leg and arm. Side plank. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Totally fine. As long as you even it out. Broaden your clavicles, stretch the arm by your ear, lift the left leg or right leg, whatever it is. One more breath. And come on in. Go ahead and take a child's pose again. And then make your way up to a downward facing dog. And step your feet wide in this down dog right to the edges of your mat. Sometimes that feels like you can get your sits bones back and up a little further and maybe get into your heels more in this position. And just notice, just play with it a little bit. Use all four corners of your feet to feel grounded. Should have told you you can use blocks under your hands if you wanted to, because now we're just going to step our feet forward in this wide position to the outside of our hands, to the outside of the blocks. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. Your neck relax, your jaw relax, just sway forward and back. So if you're really using all four corners of the feet. And then bending your knees here, bring your hands on your knees, bring your torso upright, press into your feet and stand up. Now stay in that wider position and stretch your arms up. Bring the palms together there and just arc to your right. And inhale, come up. Exhale, arc to your left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, just swivel your heels in a little bit and sit to Utkatasana. And just notice here that you have your low belly drawing up, sits bones moving back. Bring hands to the knees, sumo wrestler style. And then hands to the floor, straighten out the heels, forward fold again. And then Here, you may want to use your blocks. I don't know. I'm going to grab mine. And step your right foot back to a deep lunge so your left foot's still wide. Lift and lower the heel a couple times. And then step back to that wide-legged down dog. And you're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right block. Lift and lower the heel a couple times. And then big step back to the outside of the left block. Move your blocks forward a little bit and roll up to standing. Good. Shift your weight to your right foot, lift the left leg, and shift. Good, and come on back up and bring in your hands to the blocks. Step back to downward facing dog and just do regular down dog this time. And walk your feet up between the blocks. Regular distance, hip distance, feet. Uttanasana, forward fold. You can sway forward and back. Bending the knees, bringing the hands on the knees. Torso comes upright, press into the feet. Come on up to standing. And here, stretch your arms up, palms together. Arc to the right. Just notice the difference in balance. Come on up. Arc to the left. And come on. And hands to heart center. Just bend to chair pose. Think sits bones back, low belly draws up, long spine. Hands to knees, and then reach down to the blocks or the floor. Step your left foot back, deep lunge. Feel different muscles lengthening, don't you? Lower the back knee, hug to the midline, come upright. You can stretch your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Bring the palms together here. You really have to keep hugging to the midline and arc to your right. You'll feel those hip flexors stretch on the left side a little more. Different stretch. Inhale, come back up and touch down. Step back, downward facing dog. And then stepping your left foot through deep lunge. Normal deep lunge. Lowering the back knee. Hugging to the midline. Stretch your arms up. Palms together. Arc to your left. Balance is a little more difficult as you arc. Feel that right hip flexor stretching out. Come back to center and touch down. Lift the back knee. Step back down, dogs. Just set the blocks off to the side if you're using them. Normal down dog. Just walk it out. And inhale, come to plank to hold. So think, I want to broaden the clavicles. I want to stay really strong. Both sides, long back of neck. And lower down to the mat. And extend your arms out in front of you. Forehead down. Lift the right leg. Feel the hamstrings and glute engage again. And then lift the head, the shoulders, and the left arm. You can use your right fingertips, your left toes to help you lengthen through the top of your head. One more breath. And lower down. Switch sides. Left leg, right arm, head, and shoulders. One more breath. And lower down. Bring the hands under your forehead. Feel that release from your body. Hands by your chest. When you're ready, lift a cobra. And then lower. And push up and back. Downward facing dog. You can grab the blocks if you want. And extend your right leg. You just want to stretch out those hip flexors a little more. So you're going to bend the right knee, keeping left armpit hollow. Open the hips to the right. Reach back with that right foot. You'll feel something, something. And square up the hips. And step that right foot through, deep lunge. And when you're ready, balance-wise, come up, crescent. Stretch your arms up, palms together. A little different balance issue as you arc to the right. Roll back to center and touch down. Good. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's do that on the other side. So left leg extends. Be mindful, bend the knee, open up. Reach back with that foot. You'll feel stretch all the way up. Good. Square up the hips and step it through. Deep lunge. Crescent warrior when you're ready. Stretch the arms up, palms together, and arc. Just take your time because good. Come back to center and touch down. Good. Step forward. Take a moment. And slowly roll up one vertebra at a time to standing. Come, take a turn sideways. You guys can face each other and take a wide stance. And just feel your feet. I always notice, that my right foot, I have a tendency not to use all parts. So I don't know if you guys do or not, but even lift your kneecaps maybe. Engage the legs, stretch your arms up, palms together, arc to your right. You guys will be opposite. Come on up and arc to your left. Come back up. Swivel the heels a little bit. Bend the knees. Goddess pose. Draw your pelvic floor up. Lengthen through the top of your head. Bringing your hands to your thighs. Sumo wrestlers, we are. Good. Squat a little deeper if you can. And reach down, touch the floor. Straighten the heels out, straighten the legs. Prasarita. Just rock forward and back a few times. And slowly roll up one vertebra at a time if that feels okay. And just turn your right foot out, bend into the knee, warrior two. Notice the hip opening aspect of this pose. I always have to really focus on that back foot. And now bring your right elbow to your knee. Stretch the left arm up. Think belly and chest turn inward. Stretch the arm by the ear. Parsvakonasana. Coming back up to warrior two. Straighten that right knee. Switch orientation of your feet. Bend into the knee. Warrior two on the other side. Notice the engagement, all parts of both feet. Elbow to the knee. Turn belly and chest inward. Arm by the ear. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Listen to your body. And make your way back. Warrior two. Straightening the front leg. Bringing both feet forward and folding Prasarita. Slowly coming back up. Just heel toe, walk your feet together. Crack, crack, crack. And then come on up to the front of your mat. And this time I want you to bring feet together. Sometimes I just bring big toes together. Um, yeah, and just feel the little more difficult balance. Try to use all parts of your feet still. Stretch your arms up, palms together. Arc to your right. You can let your hips sway to the left. Coming up, arc to the other side. Hips sway. Coming back to center. Bend your knees, hands to heart center. I like this one because you can really use everything kind of hugging to the midline. Draw your pelvic floor up. Low belly draws up, lengthening. Deep. Hands to your knees. Reach for the floor. Legs together, Uttanasana. Maybe sway forward and back a little bit, just kind of seeing what you feel. And then step back to a downward facing dog. I'm going to have you do it without your blocks if possible. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes, push up to plank. Good job. Downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Cobra. Lower. Plank. And down dog. Swivel both heels to the right. Bring left hand on the hip. Maybe stack the feet. Extend the arm. Think plank. Maybe lift that top leg. Star pose. Yeah, good. Come on down. Downward facing dog. Kind of just threw that one at you. Swivel heels to the left. Right hand to the hip. Maybe stack. Extend the arm. Broaden the clavicles. Long plank. Maybe add right foot lift. Good. Come on down. Take a child's pose. And come on down to or up to your knees so that you can transition to a seated position. Your legs out in front and hip distance apart. Just think I'm going to draw legs into the socket, kneecaps and toes point up. And then try this Paschimottanasana, but I want you to bring your hands, I think all of you, on your shins and push forward and down and think I'm going to lengthen my spine up, but I'm pressing forward and down, and then just bend at your hip creases, and then see, maybe you can bring it to your ankles. Or I like top of my feet. I push the feet away, they resist. I can really get into my core, but I want to keep the curve in the low back and fold. Paschimottanasana with a little sweetness. And come on up. Bring your feet wide. Same thing. If you want to turn sideways, you can, so you can get your heels. And I always, when I do this, it kind of pulls the meat of my hamstrings under, so I always have to inner spiral. Flex the feet, press the heels down. If you want, you can try that by pressing your shins down and away to lengthen your spine, and then fold. You'll feel more in your hip flexors. You can move them down if that works for you. Resist with your feet. Upavista Konasana. Don't let your low back round though. A lot to think about. Listen to your body. And then just relax into the pose. Once you get us into a spot where it feels good. And come on up. And turn. So you have one hand on either side of your right leg. And then bring your hand to your shin again. Press down and away, and just see how you can access your belly to twist it towards that leg a little more. And then if you want to go deeper, move it down to the foot or the ankle. Keep the opposite leg super grounded. And then just relax into it. And come on up and we'll switch. One hand on either side. Right hand reaches for the shin, press down and away. And so you can access those core muscles to just turn your belly to face that leg. And then maybe moving the hand further, holding deeper. Once you get to a spot that feels really like great alignment, your body says, and just relax into it a little bit. Come on up. Now bring your feet all the way together. Just bend the knee, bring the heel close. Hug it in and add a twist. So left elbow grabs. Straighten out, stretch that leg long, press the feet together. Hug everything, legs together if they touch. Mine don't, I'm so bow-legged. I try. And then you can do that Paschimottanasana where you press down and away if you want, thinking low belly draws up, really engaging the core. Hands on the feet. You see how it feels different than the other positions. And then relax into it. And coming up, bend your left knee. Hug it in close. So it's a little closer to your leg than we normally do. And add the twist if it feels good. You'll feel it more in your outer hip. So lengthening. And then unwind. And just grab your shins and roll down to your backs. Hug your knees in. And just roll side to side. Massaging your low back. And then bringing your feet down below your knees. One more Satipanda. So hands by your hips. Lift your hips up. And optional if you'd like a little challenge. Think of balancing a glass of water on your belly. So that doesn't change. You're just gonna bend your right knee in, stretch it up towards the ceiling. If you want to, lower those toes towards the floor and back up. Remember, there's water. Do it a couple more times. There's water on your belly. Good. Bring it up, bend the knee, and bring it down. Whew. Left leg. Stand it up. Keep that belly stable as you lower the toes. Bring them back up. Two more times. Good. Bend the knee, bring it down, and let everything come down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open. Up into your breath. Closing the knees. Now bring your feet right to the edge of the mat. Arms in cactus or T, and just a couple windshield wipers. I think it'll just go slow so you can really notice. You worked all those hip flexors a lot. Strengthen them, stretched them, challenged them. And next time your knees are up, just stretch out for Shavasana. And remembering that you're listening to your body, what position best helps me to be able to relax deeply. Refocusing back into your breath, experiencing your breath. Start to move when you're ready. Making your way back up to seated as you transition. Just notice whatever the body's telling you. Hopefully it's saying, feel good, you worked hard, but put me back into some sort of alignment. I hope that's what it's telling you. Just bring hands to heart center. And bow to the super intelligence in each of you. Namaste. Thank you guys for practicing. Stay cool. It wasn't exactly a cooling practice, was it?